So the First Descendant has a problem. A lot of players are encountering it now that they've hit that post level 40 grind. I'm talking about energy activators and crystallization catalysts. These are now the hot button topic, and it goes hand in hand with the game's monetization practices. So what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Gruzbee, and the Catgirl mascot is Fumi-chan. Before we get too far into this, do me a solid, drop me a comment and let me know your thoughts on the monetization versus the grind in the First Descendant. Is it worth it or is it not worth it? While you're down there, be sure to smash that like button so that YouTube's algorithm remembers who the heck I am. Also, make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I offer my humble solution on how Nexon can fix this problem. So by now, we've started hitting the portion of the game where we need to go above the level 40 cap, and we can't. So we have to now maximize our descendants with mods if we hope to have any shot of taking on those harder bosses. And of course, that means focusing on materials that will get us more mod capacity and mod slots. The issue is the grind for those energy activators and the crystallization catalysts. These items do not drop in the world. They must be crafted, and each of the specific materials that makes up these beauties must be farmed. Some of them even require you to farm them from those horrendous encrypted vaults, which I don't want to talk about. I might make a video talking about them. I hate those things. For the average casual gamer, though, I think that the grind is probably going to be a nightmare. But fortunately, there is a bright side. You can just open up your wallet and dump out some of your hard-earned cash for those items in the shop. And just so that there's no misunderstandings, it's going to cost $30 for the 1500 caliber for the both of them. There is no exact amount for most of the stuff in the shop. Like all great mobile game versions of the fabulous Rickroll, you don't spend $12 for 1200 caliber because that would be normal. You have to often buy in bulk of 500, 1000, 2500, etc. And at 2 cents per caliber, that works out to $24 for the activator and $6 for the catalyst. $30. So imagine you're thinking, oh, normally that would be $12. Nope, it's not. It's $24. There are a lot of videos that are making comparisons between games, like Warframe does this or some other game does that. Well, we're not talking about Warframe. We're talking about the First Descendant and how it's edging very close to pay to win, or to put it more succinctly, pay to complete. There is no competitive aspect to this game yet. But for now, the fact remains that players have to make several choices. We either commit to the long grind for increased modifier items that will put us in the best possible position at the end game and focus our efforts on only one character, or just buy the damn things. And I guarantee you, Nexon is banking that you will. If everyone just on Steam, and I think it's like 250,000, probably more, let's just say 250,000. If the 250,000 Steam players spent $30 for their Descendant, $30 for their primary weapon, $30 for their secondary weapon, $30 for their tertiary weapon, because you do need an activator and a catalyst for your weapons as well, that's $30 million. And that's just one character and one set of guns that you will have to use forever. And nobody's going to do that. Now, this also does not include any purchases of the Battle Pass or the common or premium skins or the effing one-time use paints. Or the booster packs. These are items that are required to progress your character. You cannot do in-game content without them unless, I don't know, you're like the greatest legend gamer of all time. As a person that enjoys a reason to keep coming back and playing games, especially coming back and playing the same game, I do feel conflicted. I enjoy grinding for things, I enjoy earning them, but the conflict comes down to the cost value versus the time value. And in these situations, it always will.
You know, am I destined to spend 200 hours grinding this game just so that I can get to the end game? Or am I just going to dump out, you know, that sweaty wad of cash so that I can get with my friends and take on that last Colossus? So my solution is this, in my humble opinion, because I'm not very good at these things, but here's my solution. Make these items a boss drop. Give them, say, a really low drop rate, like 1.5 or 2%, and allow us to buy them from an in-game vendor using Kuiper shards. I know Kuiper shards are used to level up your mods, but I think that they could also be used to buy these items. We'd have to use a lot of Kuiper shards, like we're talking an astronomical amount, but again, it would give us a reason to grind for them. And then you would spend them on the modifiers, you know, the catalysts and the activators. Then you'd have to go back out and grind them so that you could boost your mods. It could work its way out. It might balance itself out that way. Also, another thing is to add them to the battle pass. Make them battle pass, guaranteed battle pass items that you get for leveling up the battle pass. We're paying for the damn thing. We might as well get something good out of it. And of course, you can still charge for them in the shop, but bring the cost down a little bit. You know, make it $20 for a bundle. You know, there you go. It wouldn't be so bad. It'd be $15 for the activator, $5 for the catalyst. If the players have a variety of ways to earn these things, then it won't feel like a ripoff, even if it technically isn't or technically is. Point is, it definitely stings like it's a ripoff. I don't claim to have all of the answers here, but I do know that gamers want to be treated fairly. And when they're not, they will migrate to some place where they are. I think that the real future of the First Descendant is going to hinge greatly on how much feedback the developers take from the players. They did a good job listening during the developmental phase. Now let's see how they do with a live game. So with all that being said, I'd like to turn the questions over to you guys. What are your thoughts on the activators and the catalysts? Are they worth the grind? How are you approaching the end game where these items are needed? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below and let's get some conversation going. That's it for this video, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then be sure to hit that like button. And of course, if you're new here and you'd like to see more videos and gaming content and First Descendant content, then be sure to subscribe. As always, have an amazing day, everyone. Keep being awesome, and I will see you all in Albion.